שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. One more time. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שבת אחים גם יחד. Thank you, drummer Yoni. Anybody wondering what in the world just happened? We wanted to recreate just a little bit of Jerusalem, where last year we got to celebrate with Alia as he became bar mitzvah, and here we were marching through the streets of Jerusalem with drummers, and it was awesome, and we figured, we wanted to do something like this for Levi as well. The only difference was we didn't have a cop stop us. I kid you not. Yeah, the cops stopped us because it was also Passover. And they're like, no drumming in the old city. We're like, what? Okay, there was a little mishugana as well, but we won't get into that. All right, so we wanted to be able to do that. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Yay, how awesome to be here on this great Shabbat as we get to celebrate Levi becoming a bar mitzvah. Mazel tov. He's like, what the heck is happening? So it is a beautiful morning. It is Shabbat. And what is Shabbat? It is this beautiful day of rest. It's this great day that God gives to us to say, you've been working really, really hard all week long. Now take this time to rest and to relax. So we've said Hine matovu manayim, how good it is for us to be together. I'm just going to lead into what we're going to do for the service. How does that, or should we go into a little nigun as well? What would you like?
You can keep talking.
I'll keep talking. Okay, cool. Awesome. All right. So our Shabbat service. This is a service. It's not a performance. We're going to be joining together in worship. So I'm going to need all of your help with doing that. That means you need your prayer books. Your prayer books are right in front of you there. Those of you in the front row, they should be underneath your seats. I'm going to grab a couple more for our front row there, just in case. Here you go. Here's some extra. But there should be some more that are underneath there. Maybe not. We'll find some more. So the prayer book, there you go, goes ahead and it tells us what's going on and where we're at and what prayers we're doing. And so with that, you'll notice something with the prayer book. How many of you have never been to a Shabbat morning service before? Great, fantastic. We're going to make sure that you're comfortable in what's happening. So what do you notice about this prayer book that is different? It's opening the opposite way. Exactly. It looks like it's backward. It's not. We read Hebrew from right to left instead of left to right, which means that that when we're reading Hebrew, our books are going to open the opposite direction. Now, I'm going to show you something with Levi's prayer book real quick. May I, sir? Thank you. Ooh, matches. Nice. I've never had a bar mitzvah student, so color coordinated with the prayer book. So this is Levi's prayer book. I want you all to open up your prayer books anywhere to the middle of the book, somewhere in there. Cool, you found Hebrew. Awesome. Now you notice there are two columns with the Hebrew. On the right-hand side, there's the Hebrew letters. On the left-hand side is transliteration. The transliteration is there because we recognize not everybody knows how to read Hebrew. And so we want you to be able to follow along and even be able to sound out the words with us and to participate as much as you want with that. If you want to know what is being said, because we're not going to do everything in Hebrew and in English, so if you want to know what's being said, then right below it is the English translation. There's also on the opposite page, on the left-hand page, alternative readings that are the same type of theme, but not necessarily the same translation. Now, Levi's prayer book, you're going to notice, It has no transliteration. It just has the Hebrew and the English translations. Ooh, ah. All right. It is Hebrew without a net. So Levi has been studying Hebrew for a number of years, and so therefore his prayer book does not have the transliteration in there. But you'll also notice that his prayer book is a different color and it's a different size. And that's because our B'nai Mitzvah students, they're given this wonderful prayer book, and it is not just for Shabbat, it's for the weekdays, it's for festivals, and so therefore there are a lot more pages in here. The prayer books that you have are for Shabbat. That means that if you look at the bottom of your pages there's 2 sets of page numbers. We're going to be reading from the page numbers in blue. That corresponds to Levi's prayer book. That way we are all on the same page. There you go. Here you go, my friend. All right. We also pray with our bodies. So there's going to be times that we're going to invite you to stand. It's a way of our showing respect before God. And there's going to be times that we're going to be bowing in humble reverence before God as well. So it's the choreography that happens in prayer as well. And then finally, we pray with what we wear. So we have the kippah. The kippah, or the yarmulke, you might have heard it called as well. The head covering reminds us of God's presence all around us. Followed then also the talit, the prayer shawl. We are commanded to wear fringes on the corners of our garments. They're called tzitzit. And the fringes are there when we look upon them to remind us of the 613 commandments in the Torah. Not just 10, 613 commandments. And so when we think about those 613 commandments, we recognize we can't do all of them. We cannot fulfill all of them because some of those commandments include sacrifices. We don't do sacrifices anymore. The temple in Jerusalem does not exist anymore. That's where the sacrifices took place. But instead, Judaism is more of individual. It's the responsibility of the individual for prayer and for study and connection. So when we look upon the tzitzit, we're reminded we're still supposed to study all of the commandments. We're still supposed to study and wrestle with Torah. And this is that great physical reminder. Well, when a young woman becomes a bat mitzvah, a daughter of the commandments, then she receives her first talit, her first prayer shawl. And when a young man becomes a bar mitzvah, he receives his first talit, his first prayer shawl. So, Levi, why don't you come on over here and join us? I'm going to invite your grandparents, Mark and Kathy Sternshein, to come on up and present you with your first talit.
I'm whispering to him because I can't believe we're here already.
So feel free to come right up closer if you want to.
I was whispering how proud we are, but how fast this day came. And we did preschool here with him. So
yes, we are very, very proud of
we're very proud
who
of
you
this
have
young
become.
man. You're the man today. Do you want to open it?
So here you go. So why don't you present it to him this way? So unfold like that. It's okay. Hang on. And we're going to let him. Right. So he's going to take it like this. There you go. And go ahead and say the blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehitatef batzitzit.
Amen. Blessed are you, Adonai, our God, eternal soul of the universe, who makes us holy through the mitzvot and commands us to engage, there you go, to wear fringes on the corners of our garment. Okay, so flip. Yeah, you've got the big one to do the talit flip. Perfect. There you go.
And a rabbit.
Hang on. Okay. That one. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Hang on 1 second, Mom. There we go. Yay. Okay. There you go. Mazel tov, guys. There we go. You're good. You got it. Good. Mazel tov. Mazel tov. Perfect. Go ahead. We give thanks for so many of our gifts as we turn now to page 186, Modeh Moda Ani. Moda Ani lefanecha, melech chai v'kayam, שהחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה, בחמלה, רבה אמונתך, רבה אמונתך. מודה אני לפניך, מלך חי וקיים, שהחזרת בי נשמתי בחמלה, בחמלה, רבה אמונתך, רבה אמונתך. We turn now to page 224, Chatzi Kaddish.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה.
Amen.
ועלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחיי חונו ויומי חונו וחיי כל בית ישראל בעגלה ובזמן קריב וימרו.
Amen. יהי שמי רבה מבורך, לעולם ולעולמי עולמים. יתברך.
יתברך וישתבח ויבער ויתרומם וינשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמי דקודשם בריחו לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דאמירן בעלמה וימרו.
Amen. We turn to page 226 and we invite you to please rise for Baruch Hu, our call to worship.
Ya la la la
la la la la la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Yotzer or uvarei choshech, Oseh shalom uvarei et hakol, Hameir ba'aretz v'ladarim alecha aleha, Brachamim uftuvo mechadesh b'chol yom tamid, Ma'aseh v'reishit. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'chochma asita mal'ah ha'aretz kinyanecha. Titbarach Adonai Eloheinu, al shivach ma'aseh yadecha, ve'al me'orei or she'asita yifa'aruha selah.
Or chadash at Zion tahir, or chadash at Zion tahir, or chadash at Zion tahir, or chadash מהרה לאורו, אור חדש, עד ציון תאיר, אור חדש, עד ציון תאיר.
Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer Hama'orot.
Amen.
Please join me on page 231. Love your neighbor as yourself, you said. And light-blinded we saw that inner and outer worlds are one, as you are one. You spoke, and we wrote. We reached for you down the centuries, your light moving before us. As we climbed, fell back again, and climbed again, your Sinai of life. Baruch atah Adonai, habocher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Ha'ed. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto, Leolam Ha'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please be seated. We continue chanting together the Ve'ahavta on page 234. Ve'ahavta
et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'odecha ve'hayu
Hadvarim ha'ele
asher Anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam
Beshivtecha b'veitecha uflachtecha
b'derech uv'shochbecha uv'kumecha uv'shartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotavot bein einecha uv'tachtam al mezuzot beitecha uv'isharecha למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem, Amen. We continue on page 240, singing Micha Mocha.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha ne'edam hakodesh, Torah tehilot osef eleh, Torah tehilot osef eleh. Shir ha'chadasha shibichu gehulim, לשמך שפתיים, יחד כולם הודו והמליכו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la, ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Su Israel, kuma bezrat Israel, ufedechin umecha. Yehuda veYisrael, go aleinu, Adonai tzvaot shemo, Kedosh Yisrael, Baruch ata Adonai, Ga'a Yisrael.
Amen. Page 242.
Adonai sifatai tiftach ufia gitehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'konei Hakol, V'zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, U'mevii Geula livnei v'nehem, Lema'an Shemo be'ahava. Melech Ozer Moshiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magin Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah Gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechayei hakol atah Rav lehoshia, Morid hatal, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechayei hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim ve'rofech holim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishenei afar, Michamocha ba'al gevurot, Umido melach, Melech memit, Umechayeh, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'neheman ata lachayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh hakol. Nikadesh et shimcha ba'olam, Kishem shemakdishim oto b'shmei marom, Kakatuv al yad neviecha, V'kara ze el ze ve'amar,
Kadosh, 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 Adonai Tzevaot, Meloch ol haaretz, Kevodo.
Adir, Adirenu, Adonai, Adonenu, Mahadir Shimcha, Bechol Haaretz.
Baruch Kevod Adonai Mimkomo.
Echad hu Eloheinu, hu Avinu, hu Malkeinu, hu Moshienu, vehu Yashmienu, berachamav le'nei kol chai. Ani Adonai Elohechem, Yimloch Adonai le'olam.
Elohai Yichzion, Ledor vador. Hallelujah.
ולדור ודור נגיד גורלך, ולנצח נצחים קדושתך נקדיש, ושבחך אלוהינו מפינו לא ימוש לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
To all generations, we declare your greatness, and for all eternity, proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God.
Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh. We join together at the bottom of page 250 as we sing Vishamru. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat la'asot et ha-Shabbat b'dorotam b'ridolam. Vishamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat לעשות את השבת לדורותם בעולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם בגדולם.
We continue on page 252. Eloheinu v'Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu Ritzeh v'Imnuchatenu Kadshenu b'mitzvotecha V'tein chalkenu v'Toratecha Sabenu mituvecha V'samchenu b'shuatecha V'taher libenu le'ovdecha be'emet V'hanchilenu Adonai Eloheinu Be'ahava uvratzon Shabbat kodshecha V'yanuchu va Yisrael Mekadshe shemecha Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh hashabat.
Amen.
We continue on page 254.
Say Adonai Eloheinu Amcha Yisrael. Say Adonai Eloheinu Amcha Yisrael. Utfilatam be'ahava tikabeh. Utfilatam ותפילתם באהבה תקבל רצה אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל רצה אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך ותהי לרצון תמיד עבודת ישראל עמך יצא אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל יצא אדוני אלוהינו בעמך ישראל ברוך אתה אדוני שאותך לבדך יירא נעבוד
Please join me on page 257. For the expanding grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies beyond galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imaginations. Modim anachnu lach. For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons.
Modim anachnu lach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and achievements.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
Modim anachnu lach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
Modim anachnu lach.
For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and choose.
Modim anachnu lach.
We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds. Blessed are you, Adonai, your name is goodness, and you are worthy of thanksgiving.
Baruch atah Adonai, hatov shimcha ulecha na'el lehodot. As we continue on page 258, Sim Shalom.
Sim shalom, tova ubracha, ein v'chesed, rachamim v'rachamim aleinu, ve'al Yisrael, ve'al Yisrael, amecha. Baruchenu Yisraelu, kulanu ke'echad, ve'or panecha, ki ve'or panecha natzata lanu, Adonai Eloheinu.
Sim Shalom,
Sim
Shalom, tova ubracha, ein v'chesed v'rachamim
rachamim aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'al kol Yisrael, amecha. Torah ברכה ורחמים וחיים ושלום. שים שלום, שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל ישראל, עמך. וטוב, טוב בעיניך לברך את עמך ישראל בכל עת ובכל שעה בשלומך. שים שלום, שים שלום, טובה וברכה, חן וחסד ורחמים עלינו, ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל ישראל, עמך. ברוך אתה אדוני, המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
We continue in silent meditation.
Oh, say shalom, Romav. Oh, say shalom, Romav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. Oh, say shalom, Romav. Oh, say shalom, Romav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down, bring peace down.
So now we've reached that part of our service called Seder Kriyat HaTorah, the order, the service for reading of Torah. And so Torah, it's the first 5 books of the Bible: Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, all contained within a single scroll. And actually, you saw earlier, when we opened the Ark doors, when we went up for the Amidah, there are 6 Torah Scrolls in our Ark. We're fortunate to have 6 Torah Scrolls. Each one is the same, yet each one is unique as well. They're all the same because Torah contains the exact same words, the exact same sentences and letters as the next one, because we are commanded to write and rewrite Torah scrolls and passing them on and learning from them, and you can't change anything in them. So you can't write little footnotes in it, you can't write commentary in it, and you cannot put the vowels or punctuation in it either. All the Torah scrolls are written, they're handwritten by a scribe who sits down with another Torah scroll next to him, usually him, but him or her, and they copy letter for letter, word for word, from one scroll to the next. And the way that one becomes a scribe, by the way, is that it's passed on. There's no Torah scribe school. Okay, you actually have to learn from another scribe who will teach you how to write the calligraphy. And in a little bit, you're going to have an opportunity to come up and to see one of our Torah scrolls and to see how it's all handwritten. And the work that goes into it, the dedication. It takes almost a year for a scribe to write out a Torah scroll. So you'll have a chance to see that up close. But what makes those 6 Torah scrolls different is the history of each one of them. They come from different communities. They come from different areas of the world. The one that's on the very top, that's a Sephardic scroll. That particular scroll actually comes from Iraq. And a Sephardic scroll comes from the Middle East or Spain. So what's unique about the Middle East is, of course, the weather. The weather, it's hot, it's dry, it's windy. You want to protect the Torah scroll. And in order to do that, you put it inside of almost its own ark, that hard cover. The other Torah scrolls with the soft cover we call Ashkenazic, meaning that they come from Eastern Europe, the Eastern European tradition. And each of our Torah scrolls are different ages, but the one that we are going to pass on from one generation to the next is, we call it our Czech Torah scroll, coming from the Czech Republic. It was saved following the Holocaust. There were, as we know, during the Shoah, during the Holocaust, there were hundreds and thousands of communities that were destroyed, that were completely abolished. And when, at that time, Torah scrolls and other Judaica were saved from them and taken to one location, to Krakow, to be able to be cataloged and to be marked as to where they came from. And eventually, the thought was that maybe they would go into a museum. Who knows? We learned just recently that was not really verified, if that museum was even going to happen. And unfortunately, many of the Torah scrolls were never cataloged to say exactly where they came from, just because there were thousands of them. And so those who were cataloging them, unfortunately, before they were able to finish their work, they were Jews. And they were sent to the death camps, and they themselves were murdered. So they never finished their work. Well, these Torah scrolls were later on found after World War II, after the Shoah, and they were then bought by a person in London and taken, and they became part of what's called the Westminster Trust. And from there, these 1,574 Torah scrolls were then distributed to congregations like ourselves, to hold on to and to help us remember those communities that no longer exist, to hold on to those people whose names we don't know. So that Torah scroll, we're going to pass on from one generation to the next. We're going to hold on to those memories of those people who we don't know their names. We don't know exactly where they came from, but we do know that their lives are and will always be a blessing. And we are going to hold on to that tradition of passing Torah one generation to the next. Being able to say that what we study, what we learn, what we wrestle with is so important, and never to let it go away. Never let it die. Rather, we keep it alive. Torah is a tree of life. It is an Eitz Chayim. Why is it a tree of life? Because while it is exactly the same, we get to then ask the question, as we read the Parshiot, the Torah portions, what do these words written down 2,000 to 3,000 years ago, what do they have to teach us today? How do we find significance in them? How do we find meaning in this parasha called Naso from the book of Numbers that Levi is going to be reading from in a little bit? Well, today, Levi is not just a student of Torah, he is our teacher. So he has been studying this Torah portion of Naso, the longest Torah portion in the Torah. Yasher koach. Don't worry, he's not reading the whole thing, I promise. But he wrestled with it, he struggled with it. And trust me, there's a lot of stuff to struggle with in this Torah portion. And from it, Levi, we are so grateful because you are going to teach us what these wonderful words have to mean for us today in the year 2019. And so with that, we're going to begin our journey of our study and our reading of Torah. As I'd like to invite everyone to turn in their prayer books to page 364.
Ein kamocha v'Elohim Adonai, ve'ein kima'asecha. Malchutecha malchut kol alim, u'memshaltecha b'chol dor v'ador. Adonai melech, Adonai malach, Adonai yimloch, le'olam va'ed. Adonai oz lamo yitein, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom.
During our Torah service, we are honored to be able to share in the blessings of Torah with many family members and friends. And so to begin, we're going to be inviting forward to pass Torah one generation to the next, Mark and Kathy Sternshein, along with Sandy and Jen, and then Levi. If you all will go ahead and stand right here, down below in the middle. And then we're going to have holding our Torah cover as well as our Torah binder are going to be Emmeline Nystrom and Nora Mae Bauman. You guys are going to, well, you know what? Will you guys do me a favor? Have a seat right there in that front row. So Emmeline, come on over here. Go right over there. Have a seat. Perfect, you two. Awesome. Because we're going to bring that around to you in just a few minutes, okay? Awesome. Then we're going to invite forward to open our ark doors Uncle Lyman and Cheryl and Gary Sanders and Diana and Greg Clark. If you all will come forward to open our ark doors, and we all rise as we turn to page 362.
Av harachamim hetiva v'tzoncha et Zion tivnei chomot Yerushalayim tivnei chomot Yerushalayim ki v'cha levad batachnu melech Hiram v'nisa Adon olamim.
Now 364, as we join together, Ki Mitzion.
Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah. Ki mitzion tetzeh Torah. Udevar Adonai mirushalayim.
In this scroll is the secret of our people's life from Sinai until now. Its teaching is love and justice, goodness and hope. Freedom is its gift to all who treasure it. Page 366.
Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah. Baruch Shenatan Torah Torah. le'amo Yisrael b'kedushato. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Echad Eloheinu Gadol Adonenu Kadosh Shemo.
Gadol Adonai iti.
Unerom ma Shemo yachdav.
So go ahead and stay right there as we take this Torah, this beautiful Torah that has been passed on from generation to generation. This wonderful document that you have each held in your arms, and you have been students and teachers of Torah. And today, we continue that tradition, passing that on to you Jen, and you Sandy. The two of you get to hold on to this gift and now give it to your son, to Levi. Here we go, Levi. This side. Levi, it's yours. I'm glad you love it so much. Good. It is the greatest gift of all. It is one that its weight should keep you rooted in who you are, but may it always lift you up and inspire you as we get to walk along now in the light of Torah.
Lecha Adonai hagidula v'hagivura v'hatiferet v'hanetzach v'hahod Yichol v'shamayim v'haaretz Yichol v'shamayim v'haaretz Lecha Adonai הממלכה והמית נעשה לכל ראש. שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים, שלושה דברים העולם עומד על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. שלושה דברים העולם עומד. שלושה דברים שלושה דברים העולם עומד. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים. על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים.
Anybody? Go ahead, you can stand up there. There you go. Awesome. Yay. Anybody who would like to come forward to see the Torah up close and personal, we want to invite you to come on up. If you don't, then you're welcome to be seated. But if you want to come on up. Don't be shy. I got you guys front row seats. Perfect. Hi. All right. Jack, will you do me a really big favor? Because you've seen Torah before. You want to go stand on the stairs right there above me? And then you can help me answer questions? Okay, cool. Perfect. Okay, here we go. I'll move that way. There we go. Perfect. Okay, you guys are going to help me too. All right, come on up. Don't be shy. I don't bite often or hard. How old is I'm going to tell you. How old is this one? This one's about 14 years. So, here you go. You ready? There you go. Hold on to that right there. You're in charge of that. Perfect. All right, let me go a little bit further. Perfect. Okay. Yay, fantastic. Hello. All right. Will you do me a favor? Hold that. Perfect. Then it doesn't roll on itself. All right. Whoa. Okay. If you don't get all the way around here, don't worry. We'll move you around too. So we'll take turns. Oh, need a sweater. See that? All right. So here's what we got. We have a Torah Scroll. A Torah Scroll is made out of parchment. Okay, and it's a scroll, so it needs to be bound together, because if you don't, Sophia, I'm gonna have you go up there with them. That way we can get people who haven't seen a Torah before come closer. There you go, perfect. All right, so we can get people in. Yeah, you guys are good. Grandparents, perfect. All right. I really don't bite. It's okay. Yeah. So we need to bind the Torah to keep it together. So all of our B'nai Mitzvah students, they make their own Torah binders. So here you go. So Levi made his Torah binder. Ooh. Hey, there you go. All right. Okay, so you guys are going to hold on to this later, okay? So I'll have you take that in a little bit. All right, so a Torah scroll is made on parchment. Parchment comes from a kosher animal. All right, my TBS students, you ready? Kosher animal needs two different things. What does it have to have? There you go, exactly. Perfect. This could be group answering. It's all good. All right, split hooves and chews its cud. Give me an example of an animal that has split hooves and chews its cud. Yes. Lamb. Perfect. What else? Sheep. Cow. Fantastic. How about a pig? No, pig has split hooves but does not chew its cud.
I'm just kidding.
Nah. That's okay. No, I'm kidding. So a pig is deceptive because it's got the split hooves but doesn't chew its cud. If those of you who are wondering what does it mean to chew cud, that's a way of digesting food, okay? So anybody who's smaller, come over here in front of me, you can. I saw a little, wait, there was a little one. Was there a little one that was, okay. Come here. Oh, okay. You're good? Okay. So the pig is deceptive without chewing cud. It's a digestive thing, okay? So we'll talk about it later. We want to eat lunch. All right. So camel, not kosher. It has toes, not split hooves, but does chew its cud. Perfect. So this Torah scroll is about 14 years old. This was a Torah scroll that we as a congregation wrote in honor of Rabbi Shelley Donnell when he retired. And so we wrote this one. She's good. As long as it's not on the ink, we're good. Perfect. So this has, you can kind of see what the animal looked like. And it's all natural. The ink comes from the gallnut. A gallnut is where a wasp will lay its eggs in a particular tree. They collect that. They grind it up, they add some other ingredients to it, they boil it, they cool it, they boil it, they cool it, they boil it. You get the idea? Perfect. Takes about a year to make the ink, so it's all natural. So they have to use that, and then it's indelible. What's the last ingredient in ink that makes it all shiny? Honey. So the Torah should be sweet. There you go. Awesome. Don't lick the Torah. All right. But that's the last ingredient for it. All right. So then each page of Torah is, and yeah, just don't touch where the ink is. I got to keep my eye on you. What's your name? What's his name? Huh? Maui. Okay, Maui, I'm keeping my eye on you. I'm watching you today. Okay, cool. He's trouble. I like him. All right, so, but that's why we use, where did we put that yad? Let's see. We use, here it is. We use this great thing right here, and see, it looks like a hand, okay? It's pointing. This is how we follow along, because we don't want to use our fingers, because if we do, it'll smudge the ink. So we use this little thing called a yad, which in English means hand. How appropriate, makes it easy. So that we use that way. But this way, this is how a Torah scroll can last for hundreds of years, because we take really good care of it. We have to repair it sometimes, which is fine, which is what we did actually with that Torah scroll, which, by the way, the one that we walked around with is between 250 and 300 years old. So that's how long a Torah scroll can last for, and even more. But each page is sewn together with sinew, comes from the muscle of the animal, it's stretched out. And then the tape is also parchment with a natural glue from a kosher animal. So that's how we put it all together. Now, a scribe has to handwrite it. What happens if a scribe makes a mistake and cannot scrape off the mistake and correct it? Yes, what? What do we have to do, guys?
Start over.
Exactly. The page, not the entire thing. Phew, that was close. All right, so they will start that page all over again. And what's really cool is how they check if a Torah is written correctly. They find a child who has just learned how, don't worry, we got you, you're not, a child who has just learned how to read Hebrew and knows the language. They'll actually give the child the text and say, here, go ahead and read it. If they read it correctly, we know it's all good. If they don't, then we know we need to make corrections. But what did I say? Does anybody remember what I said is not in the Torah scroll from earlier? Yeah, no vowels. Yay, he was listening. All right, you get an extra prize today. All right, so no vowels, no punctuation. So when we're reading the Torah, if I gave you all actually something to read in English with no vowels, you would be able to read it, no problem, because you know the language. But at the time when the Jews were dispersed and lived in all different countries and started speaking different languages, they forgot how to speak Hebrew. And so when they went to read it, if I changed the vowel to something, I could change the meaning of a word. So I could say, to or don't with the same letters, but different vowels can totally change it. So when we go to read from Torah, we have the gabbai, the person next to us who has the pointed text, who will go ahead and follow along, and if we make a mistake that changes the meaning of a word, then the gabbai, in this case, Cantor Reinwald, will go ahead and correct it for us, so that way we're saying things correctly. You guys want to help me with one thing, though? You ready for this? Okay. I want you to look at something really, really close. Now, if you notice, the columns, they're all nice and even and straight. When I write, if I write on paper that doesn't have lines on it, I don't know about you, but I'm like all over the place, right? You too? Yeah, it's hard. So the scribe goes ahead and prepares the parchment by etching in lines. Do you guys see those lines? Yeah? Okay, do you see the letters? Yeah? Okay, now, are the letters hanging from the top on the lines, or are they sitting on the lines? What are they doing? Huh?
Sitting on the line.
Well, let's look at it again. Here's the line here. And are they hanging or sitting?
Hanging.
They're hanging. Good job. They are hanging on the line. Okay, totally different than how you and I write. Right. They hang the letters from the top of the line. There's a midrash, there's a story that explains that. That story is that the letters represent all of us, people. The line is that division between heaven and earth. And it's that wonderful division to say we as people, we are always striving to be more holy. We are always striving to be more special, to do better, to always do good in our world. So therefore, with that line there, we are trying to get above it. So that is why the rabbis wrote it the way that they did. There you go. Did I miss anything, guys? No? I got it? Gavin, we got it? I did that already. Got the yod. Perfect. Cool. All right. All right, everybody. Any questions? Any questions? Oh, there we go. Yes? Oh, great question. If I was to unroll the entire Torah scroll, how far would it go? We do that on Simchat Torah in the fall. We hope you'll come join us. We start at the beginning, and it goes all the way back through the social hall. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Is it so big, huh? It depends. I can't give you an exact how many feet because some Torah scrolls, if they write smaller, will take up less parchment. So this particular one, all the way back to the back. Yeah. It takes about a year to write a Torah scroll because they're going very, very slowly and carefully. Yeah, the scribe can choose the size of the letter. So yeah, if you want to come by and see, you can. If the scribe will, it'll depend on the size of the parchment. Perfect. I got it. You're good. Thank you. The scribe will decide on based on the size of the parchment, how big. Yep, they've got it. I've got them. They're good. I'm gonna keep them. Yes. Oops. So sorry. Here you go. Huh? Yeah. Uh-huh. Not too much. Not as much, though. So there we go. Of course, go for it. Yeah. All right. Perfect. Yes. Help you. All right. He's going to grab a picture of that. I'm going to help you. Here you go. My pleasure. Whoop. Hang on. Doo-doo-doo. 1 sec. Whoops. Where'd the clip go? Okay. All right. Hang on. There we go. Perfect. All right, ladies. Here's what we're going to do. You ready? Go ahead and let go. Thank you. Perfect. We're going to let Cantor set that. Okay, you guys get that. One of you take that. All right, both of you go back down to your seats over there. Go sit with the Torah cover and the binder, and then I'll have you come back when I need you at the end. Does that work? Good job. Thank you. All right, so... that way. There it is. All right, so... this particular parasha will show later on as well. The letters sometimes are also written in different formats. And in fact, for this parasha, there's a blessing that's in here called the Priestly Benediction. And they have it formatted in a beautiful way with the different spacing. So later on, when we go to lift the Torah, we're going to lift it and turn it around. You're going to see that spacing as well. So we mentioned earlier that a lot of family and friends are going to be participating in the blessing of Torah. Everyone's commanded to read from Torah. Not everybody is able to, but we want to make sure that everybody can fulfill the mitzvah of that. And the way that we do that is the person who's reading from Torah is fulfilling it, but the people who come up and bless, their agent is the person who's reading the Torah. They're helping to fulfill that. So with that, Cantor, if you'll call up our first group.
For our first Alia, chanting the blessing, Kathy Sternshein, Ruth Rachel bat Avraham v'Sarah, Mark Sternshein, David ben Victor v'Libi. Reading from Torah will be Ari Sternshein, Ariel ben Avshalom v'Yafia Miriam. And reading the English translation, Lauren Tomachek, Sora bat Leah. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah harishona.
Right in with the Torah. You're going to go on that side right there with the cantor. Touch your tzitzit. Take the tzitzit from your tali and mark it. Sign your tzitzit. Come here. Those are your tzitzit. There you go. Let's. Want it also? Here we go. Here, I'll reach for you. Boop. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you, Marcus. Perfect. There you are. We're going to close that.
Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamavarach.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Vahed.
Baruch Atah.
Baruch Adonai Hamvarach Le'olam Vahed.
Baruch Atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Asher bochar banu mikol ha'amim. V'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch Atah Adonai. Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Vayedaber Adonai el Moshe lemor. Daber el Aharon ve'el banav lemor. Ko tevarahu et bnei Yisrael amor lahem. Yevarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha. Ya'er Adonai panav eleha v'huneka. Yisa Adonai panav Eleha V'yasem leha shalom V'samu et shemi al b'nei Yisrael Va'ani avarahem.
And Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, Speak to Aaron and to his sons, saying, Thus shall you bless the people of Israel. Say to them, May Adonai bless you and keep you. May Adonai deal kindly with you and be gracious to you. May Adonai bestow favor upon you and give you peace. And they shall link my name to the people of Israel, and I will bless them.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet v'chai olam natan betakenu. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Wonderful. For our second Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Mary Gonzalez, Miriam Bat Velvel Emmanuel Visara, Josh Gonzalez, Yehoshua Alexander Ben Yosef Miriam, and Jose Gonzalez, Yosef Ben Avraham Visara, reading from Torah Adam Gonzalez, Adam Ben Yosef Miriam, and reading the English translation, Howie Spitzer, Velvel Emmanuel Ben Aryeh Ve'elisheba. Ya'amdu Laliyah Hashenit.
Josh and Adam, why don't you take your seats, touch on the first word, Vayehi, right? There you go. Perfect. Oh, there you go. You got it. Blessing, guys.
Baruch et Adonai Hamburah.
Baruch Adonai Hamarach Le'olam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hamburah Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bahar banu mikol ha'amim v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Vayehi beyom kalot Moshe להקים את המשכן, וימשך אותו, ויקדש אותו, ואת כל כליו, ואת המזבח, ואת כל כליו, וישכם, ויקדש אותם. ויקריבו נשיאי ישראל, ראשי בית אבותם, הם נשיאי המטות, הם המודים על הפקודים, ויביאו את קורבנם לפני אדוני, 6 עגלות צב ו12 בקר עגלה, על שני הנשיאים ושור לאחד, ויקריבו אותם לפני המשכן. ויאמר אדוני אל משה לאמור, קח מאיתם, והיו לעבוד את עבודת אוהל מועד, ונתת אותם אל הלוויים, איש כפי עבודתו.
On the day that Moses finished setting up the tabernacle, he anointed it and sanctified it with all its furnishings, as well as the altar and all its utensils. When he had anointed them and sanctified them, the princes of Israel, the chiefs of the ancestral houses, namely those who were the princes of the tribes and in charge of the enrollment, drew near and brought their offering for Adonai, 6 wagons and 12 oxen, a wagon for every 2 of the princes, and an ox for each one. When they brought them before the tabernacle, Adonai spoke to Moses, saying, "Accept this from them for use in the service of the tent of the meeting, and give them to the Levites according to their designated services."
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'hayei olam nata b'tohenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Great job. That was awesome.
So we move to another section of our parasha, and our third reading.
For our third Aliyah, chanting the blessing, Sarah Shwait, Sarah bat Avraham Vitova, reading from the Torah, Jen Sternshein, Yafia Miriam bat Avraham Visara, and reading the English translation, Sandy Sternshein, Av Shalom Michael ben David Virut Rachel. Ya'amdu l'Aliyah Hashlishit.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach.
Baruch Adonai havarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten haTorah.
Amen.
Zot Chanukat HaMizbeach Beyom Himashach Oto Me'et Nisi'ei Yisrael Ka'arot Kesef Shetem Esurei Mizrakei Hesef Shanei Masar Kapot Zahav Shetem Esrei Shloshim Umea Hake'ara Ha'achat Kesef Veshiv'im Hamizrak Ha'echad Kol Kesef Hakelim Alpayim Ve'arba me'ot Beshekel HaKodesh Kapot Zahav Shetem Esrei Meleot Ketoret Asara Hakaf Beshekel HaKodesh Kol Zahav Hakapot Esrim Umea.
This was the dedication offering for the altar by the princes of Israel on the day when it was anointed. 12 dishes of silver, 12 silver bowls, 12 golden ladles, each dish of silver weighed 130 shekels, each bowl 70, and all the silver utensils weighed 2,400 shekels, according to the official sanctuary shekel weight. The 12 golden spoons filled with incense weighed 10 shekels apiece, according to the official sanctuary shekel weight. The total of the golden in the spoons was 120 shekels. there.
Go ahead and take your seats.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chaye olam nata betochenu. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen. Yashikah. Mwah. Thank you. No, you can stay here. You want to stay here?
Yes.
Because not only did you write in this Torah scroll, but now your son is going to be called to read from this Torah scroll. Hopefully, Sandy, you wrote the correct letter when you wrote. Okay. So we call forward our bar mitzvah.
Ya'amdu habachur habar mitzvah, Levi ben Avshalom Michael, ve'yafia Miriam Alia HaTorah. We'll fix that.
Don't worry. Come here. Come here. Seat. These ones. Perfect.
Baruch hu et Adonai hamvorach.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai hamvorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam. Asher bachar banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
Amen.
Kol habakar la'olah. Shenem asar parim Elohim Shenem asar Kevasim b'nei shana Shenem asar uminchatam Usirei izim Shenem asar lechatat V'chol bekar zevach Hashlamim Esrim V'arba'a Parim Elihim Shishim Atudim Shishim Kevasim B'nei Shana Shishim Zot Hanukat HaMizbeach Acharei Himashach Oto Uvevo Moshe Elohel Moed Lidaber ito Vayishma et hakol Midaber elav Me'al hakaporet Asher al aron ha'edut Miben shenei hakeruvim Vayedaber elav. Total of herd animals for burnt offerings, 12 bulls, of rams, 12, of yearling lambs, 12, with their proper meal offerings, of goats for sin offerings, 12. Total of herd animals for sacrifices of well-being, 24 bulls, of rams, 60, of he-goats, 60, of yearling lambs, 60. That was the dedication offering for the altar that after its anointing. When Moses went into the tent of meeting to speak with God, he would hear the voice addressing him from above the cover that was on top of the ark of pact between two cherubim. Thus God spoke to him. Baruch atah Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam, asher natan lanu Torat emet, v'chaye olam nata b'tochenu, Baruch atah Adonai, noten haTorah.
And Yasher Koach, Mazel Tov.
You may kiss the bride.
All right, Mom and Dad can go down there. We are going to, before we give honor to the Torah, we're going to offer up a prayer of healing called a Mishaberach for those who are in need of healing of mind, body, and spirit. So we think about all of those in our lives, in our community, in our world, who are in need of healing at this time. Mishaberach Avotenu v'Imotenu Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Rivka, Rachel, Leah. Hu yivarech et hacholim. May the one who blessed all of our ancestors bless and heal those who are ill. May the Blessed Holy One be filled with compassion for their health to be restored and their strength to be revived. May God swiftly send them all a complete renewal of body and spirit, and let us say, Amen. As we are going to turn in our prayer books once again to page 370, and I'd like to invite forward to, for lifting our Torah and then holding it later on, Josh Gonzalez. And I'm going to scroll it back again to our portion of the Priestly Benediction that was read earlier, so you can see that. And also, can I have Emmeline and Nora, can you guys bring up the Torah cover and the binder? Bring those up. That one's almost as tall as you. Perfect. Come on all the way up here. Good job, ladies. Thank you so much. And so you're going to, I want you to stay right over here. Stay right here in front. There you go. Perfect. As we all rise now and give honor to the Torah. Put the hands all the way up to there. Scooch it this way so you can use leverage. And push it down and up.
V'zot haTorah asher sam Moshe lifnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai b'yad Moshe. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la.
The Haftarah for Parashat Naso is Judges chapter 13, verses 2 through 12. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher bachar b'nvi'im tovim v'ratza v'divrechem hane'emarim be'emet Baruch atah Adonai habocher b'Torah Uv Moshe Avdo, Uv Yisrael Amo, Uvin Vie Ha'emet V'Tzedek. Vayehi Ish Echad Mitzorah Mimishpachat Adani Ushemo Manoach Vishto Akara Velo Yalada Vayera Malach Adonai El Haisha Vayomer Elecha Hinena
at akara velo yaladit veharit veyaladit ben. There was a certain man from Zorah, of the stock of Dan, whose name was Manoach. His wife was barren and had borne no children. An angel of Adonai appeared to the woman and said to her, "You are barren and have borne no children, but you shall conceive and bear a son. Now be careful not to drink wine or other intoxicant, or to eat anything unclean, for you are going to conceive and bear a son. Let no razor touch his head, for the boy is to be a Nazirite to God from the womb on. He shall be the first to deliver Israel from the Philistines." The woman went and told her husband, "A man of God came to me. He looked like an angel of God, very frightening. I did not ask him where he was from, nor did he tell me his name. He said to me, 'You are going to conceive and bear a son. Drink no wine or other intoxicant, and eat nothing unclean, for the boy is to be a Nazirite to God from the womb to the day of his death.' Manoach pleaded with Adonai. 'O Adonai,' he said, 'please let the man of God that you sent come to us again, and let him instruct us how to act with the child that is to be born.' God heeded Manoach's plea, and the angel of God came to the woman again. She was sitting in the field, and her husband Manoach was not with her. The woman ran in haste to tell her husband. She said to him, 'The man who came to me has just appeared to me.' Manoach promptly followed his wife. He came to the man and asked him, 'Are you the man who spoke to my wife?' 'Yes,' he answered. Then Manoach said, 'May your words soon come true. What rules shall be observed for the boy?' Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, melech haolam, tzur kol haolamim, tzaddik bechol hadoro, ha'el ha'ne'eman, ha'omer ve'osei, ha'medaber u'mekayem, shekol devarav, emet tzedek, al ha'torah, ve'al ha'avodah, ve'al hanviim, ve'al yom ha'shabbat hazeh, shenatatan lanu, Adonai Eloheinu, likdusha ve'limnucha, lechavod, utifaret, al hakol Adonai Eloheinu, anachnu modim lach, u'mevarchim ota, yitbarach shimcha, befi chol chai, tamid le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, mechadesh haShabbat.
Yasher koach. As we now return our Torah to the Ark, and we invite everyone to please rise.
Hodo al-eretz v'shamayim vayarem keren le'amo tehila lechol chasidav livnei Yisrael am kerovo. Hallelujah, hallelujah.
Page 374.
Etz chayim hi lama chazikim ba v'tomcheha meushar deracheha darchei noam v'chol netivoteha shalom. Hashivenu Adonai elecha v'nashuva Chadesh, Chadesh Yameinu, Chadesh Yameinu Kekedem.
No. Come over here. I want you over here. Almost. Okay. Grab this. Grab here. Boom. This way. And swing. Almost. We gotta let go of it. There you go. Perfect. Good job. Okay. Ready? Hang on. No. From the middle. Ready? And swing. There you go. working on it. There we go. We got this. We got this. Okay. Let me tell you, come on over here. Here, I'm going to just do that one more time. Love this. This is awesome. This is called really wrapping yourself in Torah, or in a talit, right? It's awesome. I am so proud of you for this one. All right. So is this?
Her name is Beyonce. Her hair was falling out, you could see her ribs through her skin, and she cowered when you reached out a hand to touch her. She was 20 pounds heavier than when they first abandoned her at the shelter. This past spring, my family and I adopted a new St. Bernard, Beyonce. She had been abandoned and mistreated. When she first arrived at her home, she was determined to escape, bolting out the door every time we opened it. She did not feel safe, and it made sense. She had been betrayed so many times by her past owners that it was hard for her to gain trust in her new ones. She must have figured that her new owners would mistreat and abuse her just as the previous ones had. So I became determined to earn her trust. This week's Torah portion, Naso, deals with the theme of restoring trust. It says that when a man or woman commits any wrong toward a fellow man, thus breaking faith with God, and that person realizes his guilt, he shall confess the wrong that he has done. In this day and age, trust is something so fragile. It can be broken in a few words or even a text. As dog owners, we promise to protect our animals, to deal kindly and graciously with them, just as God did with Aaron and Moses, exchanging love and compassion in return for loyalty. A relationship built on trust is established, but that takes time and patience. But when trust has been broken, how do we restore it? We must go back and work on the relationship, sometimes even relearning to communicate with one another. Trust can be restored when and only when you have two people willing to listen to one another. For years, when my parents told my brother and I to go to bed, we almost always ended up in a fight over who got to use the bathroom first. Doors would slam, dogs would bark, mom and dad would yell, and no one brushed their teeth. But when we decided to take turns and give each other space, we learned how to communicate with one another. The house was calm, the dogs didn't bark, and our teeth were brushed. Maybe not flossed, but brushed. To me, becoming bar mitzvah means becoming a trustworthy, caring, compassionate person in the Jewish community. It means taking responsibility for my actions, owning up to whatever I've done, and most importantly, it means being honest and trustworthy with the people around me. When I was 5 years old, my parents thought it would be a great idea to send their son in a school in a language that he did not speak a word of, Spanish. This school, called El Sol, was a journey that lasted for a great 7 years. It wasn't easy for me to trust people who I couldn't communicate with, along with the fact that my brother and I were the only 2 Jews out of 800 kids. But after learning some of Los Siete Pilares, or the 7 pillars at the school, which taught us ways to be kind and trust each other through action, I finally realized who I could trust and how to show that I was trustworthy. I still use some of these pillars today at my middle school, like when I first started 7th grade at OSHA, where I found myself surrounded by YouTube stars, drag queens, and everything in between. I barely knew anybody, and I didn't know who to trust. And although there was no longer a language barrier like there was in my old school, it still took a while to finally figure out who was a good friend or not. Some of the pillars that I used to tell if people were trustworthy or not were honestidad, honesty, amabilidad, kindness, and respeto, respect, all of which I believe now are important parts of being Jewish. Now, we all know the famous question Rabbi Heidi asked us during our B'nai Mitzvah training. How do you do Jewish? I do Jewish by accepting my true self and being honest with myself and others. I do Jewish by treating people with kindness and graciousness, just as God did with Aaron and Moses. This week's Torah portion includes this blessing. The Lord deal kindly and graciously with you. I believe that if you are indeed a mensch and you are trustworthy, that God will deal kindly and graciously with you, as well as grant you peace. My mitzvah project is helping out an organization called the Sunny Saints, which is a nonprofit organization whose mission is to help St. Bernards who have been mistreated and abused find loving and caring homes. This organization is in need of supplies and everyday items such as collars, leashes, dog beds, blankets, dog crates, and much more. A few months ago, I volunteered with this organization at the Orange County Pet Expo, and I talked to people about what it's like to rescue and live with St. Bernards. My family and I adopted our 3 St. Bernards from the Sunny Saints, and it really made me appreciate how much work and time goes into making sure these dogs find loving and caring homes. This summer, my goal is to sell 50 bibs for slobbering saints to raise money to help rescue more dogs. As much as I am grateful to Sunny Saints, I also appreciate many other great things on this special day. First of all, I'm grateful to my wonderful parents for giving me an amazing childhood and raising me to be a caring, kind, and generous young man. You guys put up with me every day, from me ranting about the drama at school to making you listen to my monologue 87 times so that I wouldn't mess up in an audition. You guys never complained, and it all just goes to show how wonderful parents you two are. I would like to thank my amazing brother for always being there for me and helping me get through school. Thanks for all the sometimes not so great advice. You're the best brother anyone could ask for, and I wouldn't trade you for anything. I would like to thank my grandparents, Mim and Papa, for spoiling Alia and I, and always being such generous and amazing grandparents. I would like to thank all of my aunts, uncles, cousins for always being so funny and great to be around. I would like to thank all of my friends they were able to make it today. You guys are all so amazing, and I have no idea how I'd be able to make it through life without you guys. And last but not least, I would like to thank Rabbi Heidi Cohen, Cantor David Reinbold, and Mo Robin, who guided me through this crazy, wonderful journey. You're the wisest people I've ever met, and I'm grateful for your help. To everyone here, I love you with all my heart, and I hope that I can continue to be deserving of your love and trust. Thank you.
Just so you know, I credit Rocky 4. For all the kids in the audience, that's Creed 2, the original one. Levi, I wonder if I can convince you to close your... Here I go. I wonder if I... Seriously? Seems easy from down there. If I can convince you to close your eyes for a moment, everybody in the audience too, just close your eyes. Take a deep breath through your nose and exhale through your mouth. One more time. Inhale through your nose and exhale with a sigh. You can open your eyes now. I'm still crying. All right. I want you to take a look around, Levi, and see all your friends and family who are here to celebrate your hard work. You did it, buddy. I don't remember much about my own bar mitzvah other than Grandma's mink hat that she... this woman wore a muumuu for every day I ever met her, and she was so excited about my bar mitzvah. She pulled it out of a closet, probably in there 50 years. She wore a mink hat. And Ryan, you remember Tracy Townsend and Carrie? She broke her leg at a soccer thing right before, and she held the limbo stick with in full cast. So those are the two things I remember about. And I know my mom has pictures of both, and that's probably why I remember them. So, son, one of the things I've learned over these years that I wish I'd learned as a young man is the opportunity in the face of fear and anxiety to breathe. To breathe instead of run away from difficulty and soften in the face of stress. To, as what John Kabat-Zinn calls, radically accept the full catastrophe of our lives. And what I learned from these skills, not to stop crying, breathing in the face of anxiety is that my memory of events are no longer internal. From the stress of a poor sympathetic nervous system on overload, but of those moments like these right now, if you're not paying attention, you will miss that are life-changing and life-affirming. The couple kissing by the fountain you and I saw out the window in Rome, You sitting next to Richard on that bench with the dog sleeping underneath you. When your attention is pointed inward, all you experience is aloneness. It's why one of the most important steps of becoming a bar mitzvah is service. Showing your congregation that you understand that there is no greater importance in the world than helping others. And that might be weeding in the gardens of Bubby and Zetas that you guys did when you were kids, or serving, or sewing bibs for discarded St. Bernards who need our help. Service takes a lot of forms, but what it shouldn't be about is you. It's always about giving whatever you can offer to others, which is an impossibility when we are thinking about ourselves. Well, you may not want to pursue acting the rest of your life. These traits of breathing, of being present with your fellow actors, sometimes merely just being conscious of the mood in the room when people are suffering, or the space you occupy, are some of the most important skills you can develop as a man. When you were born, I was fully prepared for you to be RE number 2. I was an only child, as all of you even know, and but you've been your own unique, special guy since I first saw you in the time you were born. And I said, look, he's laughing. And the doctor said, no, you know what, he's not breathing. And they rush you off. And you spent 21 days as the biggest baby in the NICU. We love you, Levi, and we are so proud of the hard worker you have become. Your curiosity knows no bounds. You have a huge heart, and I pray that you find the confidence and the presence to share that with the world. Just don't forget to breathe. I love you. I knew all of you. She's got dinner. She's got dinner.
Don't leave me. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3, flip. Yes. Oh, wait. Okay, I'll hold this side while you go. Go. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
There you go. Yes, you got it. You got it. Good job.
There you go.
Oh my goodness. Wow. Levi. Keep breathing. We are so honored to share in this wonderful day with you, not just with your family and your friends, but also with your congregation as well. So I want to invite forward, presenting you with some wonderful, I'm going to open this up really quick, some wonderful gifts on behalf of our board of directors, our president, Mitch Cohen, representing our sisterhood, Nancy Fidel, representing our brotherhood, Mark Borove, and Matthew Griffin, sorry. Oh, so wait, Matthew, okay, hang on. Okay, so I'm going to, they're both, now, whoever's presenting the gifts, will you guys come up, because it's not right here. Leia, I know. No drum? I can fix that. No, okay. There we go. Okay, everybody's in place. Perfect. Leia, you want to come first? Sure. Why not? Yeah, well, that's okay. Here you go, my friend. There you go, dear.
I've been lucky enough to know you for roughly 7 years, and you still never fail to make me laugh. Your personality, along with your humor, is beyond great. Along with the fact that you are very enthusiastic, outgoing, smart, and lots more. Everyone here today is so lucky to know you. You light up rooms with your smile and laughter. You're always there for people, expecting nothing back from them. You're always smiling, and you've shown me that there really is something positive in every situation. After knowing you for so long, I've seen the young man you're becoming, and that young man is beyond amazing. I can't wait to see where life takes you, and I hope I can be there with you through it. Mazel tov, Levi, you did amazing.
You are amazing, and you already are kind, and I know that because every year at camp there are pictures of you and this crying girl. Dancing, doing crafts, and playing. And my hope is that in 20 years, the two of you will be able to say, look how many years we've been friends. But I'm really here to give you your gift from sisterhood, and it is a Kiddush cup, and I hope that you will keep it in your home for as long as you live. You are amazing. Good job.
Levi, I represent brotherhood, and I knew last night after watching you do the motzi and everything else that you were going to do great because you have confidence. But the question I have to you, why St. Bernard's? My girl, I never get a dog that outweighs me. But another question would be, how much does a St. Bernard weigh in shekels? A lot. Well, for brotherhood, we have a tzedakah box, which is which one? Excuse me. Nope, that's sisterhood. And for those who don't know what a tzedakah box is, it's a Jewish piggy bank. We start with a little money here for you, but since he's working with St. Bernards who eat a lot, there's a lot of money that can go in here doing the bar mitzvah reception just to help him out. That way he can do less bibs. So once again, congratulations. You did a great job. You should be very proud of your son. I'm going to give you a hug, too.
Levi, how are we doing, man? I am so thrilled to be with a family that cries as much as I do. That was so, and of course, Mary, we were both crying in the back there. Okay, so Levi, I've really enjoyed getting to know your family. You're a super cool kid and crazy talented. Often the board rep comes up here and talks about how well you did and how proud they are, but even though I'm proud of you, and mostly proud of your hard work, this may be better explained in different terms. We're going to go back to your acting roots. This is from The Godfather, which is before our time, but I'm going to speak to him in a language some of you may not understand. So those of you who are close to a teenager, ask them for help. First of all, Levi, I don't want to be just some old bush camper. I mean, just hiding out behind some title like Vice President of Education, that would be lame. Almost like I was knocked or something. Really, I do things differently. Some may say that I have a launch, but really, no fear. You don't have any opponents coming down from you from above today. As a matter of fact, today, you're getting some mats, and not just minis. Everyone is here today to share their minis with you. As a matter of fact, today, this event is really one shot. You killed it, man. No stormtroopers here. You really created a strong bubble, and all that you did today brought heals to everyone. Today is really a victory royale. Like, you got a big pot. No blooms, you know what I mean? You were definitely not a bot. Adults, all that language came from the game Fortnite. Levi is a huge Fortnite fan. There we go. Got some translation out there. You're welcome. Okay, now that all the adults in the room are completely confused, you did great. We are all very proud of you and even more deeply proud of the dedication and commitment you have made to your Jewish education. May you keep your dreams alive, may you seize opportunities, and may you live a righteous life. You know, Levi, here at Temple Beth Shalom, we build this temple from connections, okay? And so what's fascinating is that I'm connected to you through your parents who are connected through other parents who are connected through other parents. And, you know, my son hangs out with you and hangs out with your brother and then your brother's best friend and your best friend. And it's all these connections that make the difference, right? It's pretty amazing. So from the board, you have your book. Is this it? No. Your prayer book right here, the big one. That's right. We have your certificate for you for getting your bar mitzvah. We have a awesome scholarship for you to go to Israel with Nifty again. And lastly, we have planted a tree in your honor, and it is a rite of passage. Your watering day is
Thursday.
There we go. All the best. Congratulations, my friend. Thank you. You bet.
We will be getting the translation of that later. Yeah, did you understand all of it?
Most of it.
Most of it? Cool. Fantastic. Gotcha. All right. Levi, we are so proud to be able to share this wonderful moment with you and with your parents. And so this is a time of blessing, the blessings that you've already received and the blessings that you're going to receive throughout the day and days ahead and weeks ahead and months ahead. But right now, Cantor and I get to share this really special moment of blessing with you and with your parents at the Ark. And so, Jen and Sandy, if you guys will come up and join us. Put that one back on, sir. There you go. Awesome. As we get to bestow our blessings upon you at this time, we'd like to invite everyone to please rise. Hi. I love that grin. There it is. You had this grin. I don't remember if you remember your toothless grin. Some great pictures of that one. All of your grins. They are beautiful and they are genuine. That is who you are. You are this genuine, caring, compassionate young man. I watch you and how you interact with your friends and how you interact with the community, how you interact with all people. And you do so with love and with compassion. Our Torah portion this week of Naso requires of us to treat all people with love and justice and mercy and with compassion. You know, you mentioned it in the very beginning. We're not perfect. We make mistakes. The question is how do we learn from them? And how do we then, in cases of losing trust with somebody or with people or even with ourselves, how do we regain that again? And that is with that love that's within, giving each person that opportunity to learn and to grow, to explore and to wrestle, but most important of all, to be one's true self. Levi, always be your true self. Always be who you are. Even those moments when, yes, you are playing the part as an actor, deep down within is your true self. Be true to who you are, for there all the honor lies. Do you know where that's from? It's the thespian code. Act well your part, for there all the honor lies. Levi, act the part of you. That is where honor lies, today and always. I know it's within you because you shine with it and you share it with us. And wow, who you are is a blessing. So we get to take words, not just from anywhere in the Torah, but words from this week's parasha of Naso, words that your brother read to us this morning, words of the priestly benediction, words that are passed on one generation to the next.
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and watch over you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's light always shine on you, in you, and through you. And may God always be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yaseim lecha shalom.
Levi, may you always feel God's presence with you at all moments of your life. May God grant you a life that is filled with good health, with happiness, and most important of all, a life that is filled with shalom, with peace. Kain yehi ratzon, may this be God's will, and let us say, Amen. We remain standing as we turn in our prayer books once again for our closing prayers, starting with Aleinu L'Shabeach, page 586.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'Adon hakol, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי ארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
Page 591.
ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
Come join me right down here. We remain standing now as our thoughts turn to those who are no longer with us, yet truly each and every person is a blessing. As we remember those who have recently departed from our congregational families, Sybil Stenzel, Martin Ruby, Jack Hollander, Phyllis Leschowitz, Craig Sullinger, and Edward Ruby. We also remember those whose yahrzeits we recall on this Shabbat and during this coming week. Howard Burnham, Ann Cherson, Rose Cohen, Don DeVore, Ed DeVore, Jean Dubovsky, Nathan Feinberg, Simon L. Francis, Jack Matatiah Hassan, Stephanie Holloway, Pearl Jacobs, Israel Kaufman, Max Kirsch, David Leschowitz, Erwin Levenstein, Richard Levine, Lillian Lipschultz, Edith Loesch, Alicia Nativ, Anna Omens, Julius Rosen, Marjorie Roth, Jarrett Rothman, David Sachs, Rebecca Sherman, and Neil Allen Weinstein. If there is anyone here who's in the period of mourning of Shiva, Shloshim, or Shana, or is observing a yahrzeit of a loved one whose name I have not called, I invite you as I face in your direction to please share their names with us. For all of them and for all of those who have given their lives al Kiddush Hashem for the sanctification of God's holy name, and for all those who have known to say Kaddish for them, we join together, page 598, Kaddish Yatom, our mourner's Kaddish. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, bi'alma divrach yirtei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei techol Beit Yisrael, b'agala u'v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam l'omei omaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitale v'yitalal shmei kudusha b'richu, le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiram bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlam Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all the bereaved among us, and let us say together, Amen. I'd like to invite forward our Temple Beth Shalom 7th grade class to come on up here and to join us. If you want to, I'm going to let you take this off to doing Kiddush and Motzi. Exactly. So guys, if you got that, come here guys, you come with me. I need your help. Perfect. There you go. Perfect. As we're going to join together, that's okay. We're going to join together with Kiddush. You're going to go all the way up there? Yeah. Levi. Cool, you're going to go up there. He's going to go up there. He's a bar mitzvah. He can do whatever he wants. All right. We're going to join together with Kiddush and also Shehechianu, in which we thank God for giving us life, for sustaining us, and enabling us to reach this moment. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu la'azman hazeh. L'chaim. All right, so 7th graders, go ahead, gather around the challah over there. Go ahead, Levi. Yeah, I know. Yeah, he's like, I want the challah too. Go. There you go. All of you gather around over there. All right. Find your spot on the challah. Where is it? Where you got it? Go for it, Ari. Oh, good. Okay, perfect. Ready? Find your spot, Leah. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. B'tei avon. Go for it. There you go. Awesome. As they devour the challah, we join together with a closing song. Good job, guys.
Oh, say shalom bimromav. Say shalom. Aleinu. Shalom Aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen. Oseh shalom bimromav hu ya'aseh shalom Aleinu ve'akol Yisrael ve'imeru Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Mazel tov, Levi.